YouTube, what's going on? So this is just a little update video. Still have a lot of stuff to do on this diorama. I haven't spent much time on it because I've been making trees. So here's a first example. These are 20, 24 gauge. It's 24 gauge wire, which is way too big. I'm in a really small town with no Hobby Lobby. I'm about 3 hours from the closest Hobby Lobby. And so I did find some 26 gauge copper wire. So I'll try that next. This is also 24 gauge here. Haven't done the canopy on this one. This will probably be the tree that I'll use here for the front yard. And then that's about it. I got this chain to experiment with. So I have actually, here I'll show you guys the workstation, which is a disaster. But here's that chain. And you just paint it like oxide brown and you'll get like a nice rusty looking chain. So a lot of stuff you can do with that. A lot of other stuff you can do with the wire too. Stuff like fencing, any kind of cable. If you're really handy, you could even do stuff like safari racks, brush guards, stuff like that. So I don't know if I said this in the last video, but this house is actually based off the house that I moved into, loosely based off of it. We have a dirt driveway, complete dirt front and backyard, stepping stones. So we have a chain link fence that goes all the way around the yard. So the wood fence in the back there is not authentic to the prototype, if you want to call it that. It's so loosely based off of it that I don't know that I would call it a prototype. But anyways, this is it. Just need to run the vacuum over it because I have a lot of loose stuff, and I want I want to get all the loose stuff off of the diorama, and I only want the stuff that's glued down to stay. So I have to vacuum it, and then there's a lot of weathering that's done, so I need to clear coat everything, get everything locked down, and then I got to finish up this tree, and then I got to finish the fence, and then I think at that point I'll be done. This tree is not gonna stay on this diorama. So this is the first wire tree that I've ever made. So it's not great. Definitely kind of a just basically just a learning tree. But I will make another diorama. I have an idea in mind for this tree, but this one will stay, and I may not finish the canopy. I may just leave it like this as a winter tree. But I did pick up the thinner gauge wire. I don't have much of it. I think I only have like 27 feet, but I should be able to make one or two trees out of that, and they should be like a lot better detail on those. But that's basically it. Very easy to do stuff like this. Everything here is scratch made except the mailbox, and even the mailbox is modified. not scratch made, but put it on a different post. But the house is scratch made out of cardboard. The siding is just masking tape. The roof shingles are also masking tape. So there's not a lot of dimension to the shingles. It's a very time consuming process because they're all hand placed and then painted, and you have to be careful painting them because on the back side of the house, if you go too thick on the paint, it basically takes the shingles, it just fills them in. So you got to be careful with that. But yeah, scratch made. The chain link fence is scratch made. I've shown that on the channel before. And this is a new method of trees for me. I've been using seafoam, and I've just been taking the seafoam and basically putting, you take a spray adhesive, you spray the canopy, you add coarse turf to it, and then you spray all that with the adhesive, and then you sprinkle on the knock leaves, which are, you can see here, these little green leaves. And I've been doing that on the seafoam, but the seafoam, they're not rigid at all. They're very flimsy, and they don't have very substantial trunks. So what I did with these is you make the tree out of the wire, and then I took some seafoam and just cut it up and glued it on. So that's one way of doing it. But if you can use thin enough gauge wire, then you don't need the seafoam. You just make a whole bunch of branches. So that's what I'm going to try next. But I do like this method. I think it's a much better looking tree than just the seafoam. And it's much more substantial. You can see it stands up on its own. This one does too. Although I made this one a little bit different. There's a pin at the bottom of this one to mount it. But this one will just sit on the terrain. So, I don't know. I think I'm going to make another tree like this. I really want to do a winter scene. So that's going to, like, really something I want to do. But since I have this nice tree, I may do like an off-road trail first, just because I think I can do those pretty quick. But that's about it. See, I put the tree up on the roof. Anyways, when I started making this, I really had nothing intended. I just had this scrap cardboard and started cutting it out and gluing it, and it turned into this little house. And even then, wasn't fully sure that I was going to do a diorama, but then just ended up doing it. And that's how most of my dioramas are. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't draw out plans. I get like a very loose general idea, and then I just kind of take it from there. So, but that's it. Thanks for watching. And also, one more thing. Since I haven't done much die-cast on the channel, I don't have them here with me. They're back in the bedroom, but I did get them posted to eBay. Small town living. My trip to Walmart today, I found this Scottsdale Chase to $750 from the auto lift. and the Schwinn Stingray 57 Chevy. Almost left this one, but I'm glad I didn't, because this one here actually sells for quite a bit more than the Silverado. But I'm just selling them as a pair. So if you like M2 and you want some chase cars, I also found some pretty cool Matchbox. The 4Runner in particular. Never would have found that in Phoenix. Took me 6 months to find the Lexus, and I only found 2 of those before I left. But pretty cool. 4Runner, the Koenigsegg. I got the AMC Eagle, which is a pretty cool little car, and got the Ford Mustang Mach-E. The Eagle, I wouldn't be surprised if we see Greenlight do that car at some point. But anyways, that's it. Thanks for checking it out. You all have a good week, and I will holler at the next video.